And then I had one. Oh, and also, just one more thing from me.
Hmm.
I'm watching Girls.
Okay, and so what do you think? Have you ever watched it before?
No.
Okay,
Season
me
one,
neither.
season one, honestly, I watched in a day.
Oh,
I watched the whole thing. It's like 10 episodes, 30 minutes. So not like
okay.
crazy,
Not
but
crazy.
like I mean for me, like I'm not somebody who like sits down like that and like does that, but
Hmm.
I was like hooked. Season two,
Uh,
I'm like halfway through season two now, and I'm not enjoying it like as much.
hmm.
Um, but season one was, oh my God,
It's
it's
funny.
so funny, and like it's like Lena Dunham like has this like say what you want about her, but she's so interesting because because she's basically playing herself,
Hmm.
and she like knows herself to a certain extent because the character has these moments of like salient self-awareness and also like married with moments of like crippling unawareness, like
Mm,
crazy, like the character, and I believe Lena herself is like crazy and she knows that.
yeah.
And sometimes I think she's just like, okay, but the world has to accept me for being crazy, and she just does all these like crazy things on the show.
It seems so.
But
Feel like I should watch it
it's very good.
just to.
Josiah Mamet is so funny on it. Nepo
I've heard
Baby did
that.
right. There's this one episode where her character accidentally smokes crack.
Oh,
Which was, how do you
no.
smoke crack on accident?
How do you not know?
Oh
How
my
do you not
God.
know?
And she's hysterical. She's hysterical. Jemima Kirk is so funny on it.
Isn't
She's
Allison Williams also in?
yes, Allison Williams is
Okay.
funny. Her character's just like less like um her character is really funny, but it's just like I don't like
Kind
her
of more the
character as much
straight.
as like yes,
Okay. Okay.
she's a white face.
She's the straight guy.
Um and it is really funny how that because they do graft onto the Sex and the City characters like very well.
Okay.
Like four woman dynamic. And it's funny because Shoshana, who is Josiah's character, she has a Sex and the City movie poster in her apartment.
Oh, funny.
Um
Is that how you say it? Josiah?
I
I
couldn't
thought
tell
it
you
was
actually. I don't
Zoisha.
perhaps David Mamet is like a certified weirdo, so
It could be
it
anything.
could be
Yeah. Those
anything
could all be
really.
silent. Her name could be Oh.
Literally. It's also funny because so many people just have their names in the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's kind of trippy.
like Catherine Hahn is like a recurring guest, is like in a recurring
Love.
guest star. Her name's just Catherine. Adam Driver's character is named Adam. Adam Driver is
Whoa.
so funny on the show.
I believe he has the capacity to be.
Adam Driver is really funny because there's this movie my mom loves. It's called This Is Where I Leave You, and he's really funny in that movie.
He was so
Um,
funny on SNL.
yeah, he's funny. He is really funny.
He can do it.
I don't know why he went into this whole like prestige route. Like you would never guess from watching like House of Gucci, where
That
he
that
gives like
man's
such a
so
dropped in,
silly.
but like ultimately really boring performance that like you would
Right.
watch Girls and be like, oh my God.
Hee hee ha ha.
But like, yeah, the show is just like it's so funny because like anything happens, like so, like so much random shit just happens on the show. Oh my God, it's kind of
I
genius.
I know that there's a lot of Lena Dunham conversation.
Hmm.
I did watch the movie she recently, I think, wrote and directed, called I think it's called Sharp Stick. It's on Hulu.
Hmm.
It was cute. It's about this girl who's like, I don't know, she's giving Amish, but she lives in LA with
Okay.
her mom and sister. Um, and it's like her sexual awakening.
It'll work.
Yeah, in her like early 20s. But it was cute, interesting. Um,
Yeah,
and
she's
funny.
no, this show, it's like because I never really I knew Lena Dunham was a celebrity
Hmm.
and I've heard of like her exploits and stuff, but I never really like watched and I feel like you need to like watch Girls to really understand Lena Dunham. And it's
Yeah,
like I can see why she is like a polarizing figure because the show is like it's so
shocking.
good. It's truly it's so like there are parts of it that are so good. It's crazy. Um, but yeah. Um,
Yeah. Um, Also, speaking of costume design, I
mhm.
finally watched that movie Do Revenge on Netflix with
Oh, I
Ethan
have a
Hawke's daughter.
yes, I actually have a friend who was like a featured extra in that
Oh, Slifer.
from like when I did theater like in middle school.
Oh my God, funny. Well, that it was like a cute movie. Something about I hate to be so negative this episode, but something about Maya Hawke like scares me a little bit.
Because she has a double Nepo baby type thing going on. Like,
And it's yeah.
well, there's something about Uma Thurman that's a little bit scary.
Sure, but in like a kind of comforting way, I think.
And if you've ever read Rules of a Night by Ethan Hawke, there is a lot scary about Ethan Hawke.
I have never read that.
Don't, I would say.
Oh my dear
No, because I
God.
have beef with Ethan Hawke because that was my school, one book one summer. And it was like really dumb and weird. And everybody was like, the summer before we had read Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson, which is probably one of the more impactful books that like exist that you can read.
Uh-huh.
Um, and like it was like a big deal. And then we read this book and everybody was like, whoa, what is going on? And it's literally just like an 180-page thing of like kind of weird aphorisms and like anecdotes, many of which, when you do research in the book, are just appropriated from like other cultures that he
Oh,
like wrote off and passed off as his own work.
not great.
And
Not
I like
great.
had never, because you know me, I don't watch movies. It's not something I
It's true.
really do.
It's true.
And people are always like, and I was a theater girly in high school, and people were like, "Oh, this book, it's by Ethan Hawke, the actor." And I was like, "That's like saying this
Come
book is
again.
by John Smith, the actor." Like, there,
This is by Megan, the doll.
it literally means not. Well, a book by Megan the Doll,
That
I'd read that cover
that
to
means
cover
something.
several times.
Immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately upon its release.
Yeah, but also Nepo baby, I mean, it's so much easier to be like Nepo baby,
Oh,
not talented.
yeah, no, no,
But
no.
in this case, I think it's true.
That's not,
Um,
yeah, no. And I have like a whole thing on Nepo babies that I could say.
it's just yeah. But
But
the best thing
like,
about the movie was
yeah.
the costumes. Really
Yeah, it
cute
does seem like it has
costumes.
good costumes. Also,
Yeah.
if Sarah Michelle Gellar has work, I'm very happy.
Oh. Oh, I'm thrilled. She was cute in this.
She's a queen.
Headmaster vibes.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah. So when I say Nepo baby, not judging. Miss Maya Hawke, I don't judge her. Especially being a double Nepo baby. Like, how is she supposed to resist it? Like,
exactly.
when
I
you have
would do
like
it
two
too.
major actors as a parent, like, come on.
You can't not. And you be gay? Oh, come on. Get out
I
there.
did hear a song of hers was recently on my Discover Weekly, and I was like, Maya Hawke has music.
Oh no.
She
Oh
wants to be Renee
no.
Rapp so bad is the
So bad,
thing.
actually.
So
Yeah. No,
bad.
literally.
Uh,
There was a moment in the movie where Silk Chiffon did play, and I was
wait.
like, nice. Yeah, good.
Okay.
And it was, well, two girls kissed. I was like, yeah.
It's crazy how
Silk
obsessed I am with the
Chiffon.
band Muna. Like
I love them.
it's crazy how those three femmes have me in an absolute chokehold. Like
Obsessed,
I'd be listening to their
actually.
music like literally every day. Like,
Oh my God.
um,
I love them.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Political Compass actually has this really interesting thing where they have a bunch of these like quotes and like random tidbits, and you have to guess like who said them.
ooh.
Um, and it's like some of the results are really surprising. So like one of them was like vehemently opposing like occupation of Iraq. Um, and it came from George H.W. Bush's like biography. And then when his
Oh,
son is president, ironically, he invades Iraq.
yeah.
um,
Immediately
and
does that.
so like it's all this stuff. Like there are some crazy like a bunch of people praised Hitler like really early on. Like there's a Winston Churchill quote praising Hitler. There's a Gandhi quote praising Hitler.
Oh boy.
And so some of it's just like, oh my God, I cannot believe a person
Thank
said this.
God they didn't have
At one
Twitter
point,
then.
no, literally, at one point, I forget who said this, but they said that like they should take like toxic waste and like somebody in public said they should take toxic waste and discard it in Africa because Africa is one least polluted like lower levels of pollution than the rest of the earth and or at
So
least
we should also pollute that.
at that time.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
two, they had the lowest life expectancy. So they were like, oh, these people aren't going to live that long anyway. So what's the harm in poisoning their water supply?
Oh, not good.
Like
Not
someone said, I
good.
forgot who it was, but someone like said that out loud. Like,
Oh my dear God.
like, could you imagine saying something that cruel and like fucked up out loud?
Cruel. Oh my God. Literally. Crone vibes.
Anyway,
Absolute witchery vibes
yeah,
there.
but that's a really fun feature to play with on the Political Compass a website if you guys are so inspired. Um,
Yeah. I was in a my freshman year lit. You know how you have to take a that regular English class or whatever? Mine
yes.
was surrounding films and documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched this one documentary, it was on Netflix, and it was all about the 2016 election
Mm-hmm.
and how everyone involved in this documentary thought that Hillary was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like realized, oh man, we had this blind spot, whatever, like every news outlet did. Um, and this documentary went back after Trump won and showed Trump voters and like where they were coming from and stuff. And the documentary, I think, director came in to our class and he fully was like, yeah, so I spent like a year talking to all these people. It was like before, during, and after the election.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, the thing I believe most is that we will split. And everyone was like, what? Yeah, like become more divided, whatever. And
Yeah.
he was like, no, like we will have another civil war and we will become North and South. And everyone was like, uh,
Uh,
that came from nowhere. So random. But every once in a while, I'm like, what if he maybe one day is right?
that's something I'm like completely out on. Like I have no faith that something like that would ever happen again.
Again, who's to say?
Like, I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I could be
Um,
wrong.
yeah,
It hasn't happened yet, but not
leave
like
it up to fate.
literally the universe has a plan.
Civil War, Captain America, Civil War
Have you
is
ever
the only
heard
one I'm ready for.
have you ever heard about Cooter Brown?
No.
There's this restaurant in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware called Cooter Brown's.
Okay.
And me and my friend Tony were one time down in Rehoboth and we ate there just because it has a funny name.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and then they had on their menu, they explained who Cooter Brown was.
Oh, it's a
And
man.
yes, Cooter Brown was somebody who apparently, I don't know if he was like, I haven't checked the actual historical record, but apparently he like lived in Virginia,
Okay.
like right on the Mason-Dixon line, or maybe Maryland. And he basically lived in such a way where like his family, when the Civil War came, half of them like went to the Union and half of them
Mm.
went to like the Confederacy.
Oh no.
And they were all pressuring. They were like, Cooter enlist, Cooter enlist. And he was like basically couldn't make a decision and just like didn't want to like be in war. So he just became an alcoholic so neither side would want him and like drank himself to death basically so he wouldn't have to go to war.
And he's got a point.
And she has a
Valid,
point.
valid.
She's an icon. She's the moment.
She's a legend. She
Come
is the
on
moment.
now.
No, come on now. It's true. It's true. It's true.
No, literally, but I'm like, that's
Wow.
if that true or not, that's a good piece of American folklore. Like, I feel like we should all know
Well
about Cooter
said.
Brown. Like, that's like
Yeah. That's serving when in the office Dwight's family was all the people who were in war, but they were like the poets and they lived in that little tiny barn. They were so dainty.
They were in the
LOL.
army band. Um,
Exactly.
but yeah.
Mm.
So no, because I
Well,
was
this is
fully
just
already
the
thinking of
beginning,
like
guys. This
I
is just the
also had a
beginning.
thought. I don't know if it was this week or maybe last week, but I was like, if I ever met Ariana Grande, I think it may have been because she was on Drag Race, which was 2 weeks ago when this episode is released. But I was like, if I
Mhm.
ever met Ariana Grande, I would fully have like a surrogate experience for you, Becca.
Thank you so much.
Because I would have to like in that moment, I would fully be like, I love Ariana, but I'm not like, fanatical. But I'm like, I'm with one of my favorite people's favorite person. And so I need to like be responsible about that in this moment. I'd be like, Ariana, I love you so much. I love the song sometimes, like, or every time. Sorry.
Whoa. Okay.
I
Okay, practice now. Practice
practice.
now.
I'm practicing. I'm practicing. I'm practicing. It's the rehearsal. This is
Oh my
Nathan Fielder.
God.
Come on out. Um,
Oh
but like, but I would
my
fully be
God.
like, oh my God, we
I
have,
hope you
and it
would
would be
show her a
nice.
photo of me.
Oh, literally, I would be like, oh, let's get a video. Oh, let's do because I wouldn't be embarrassed to ask her because I truly don't like. I don't care how Ariana Grande feels
Oh
about
my God,
me.
it's just gonna be like Slater. I forgot you did that.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I forgot I did
Wow.
that too.
Yeah. That is so
Like I don't care how these people feel about me, so I'll be like, oh my God, my friend Becca loves you. I will fully approach as a fan by proxy. And there's a
yeah.
removal from it because I'm not approaching as a fan. I'm approaching as a proxy for another fan, which kind of helps with my fantasy.
Yeah, you're helping someone. You're helping someone.
Yeah.
It's so true. And if
Uh,
I met any of the heart please.
if you ever met Kit Connor,
If I
baby,
ever get
baby,
I
you
would have to
have to
call
figure out
you
a way to get
in
my number
in
programmed onto his
his
phone.
phone. I will girls who code right now so I can hack that. Hack that iPhone 3.
Hashtag women instead.
Girls who code. Girls who code to hack. Exactly.